Hi BookTube, it is Zina from Beating Around the Books. I'm dropping things. I would like to make videos more often. I don't want to say regularly, but I think somehow having not done them in so long makes me feel like, oh, I don't know how to do this anymore, la 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 la. So I decided I would just ease myself back into it by basically completing the London book haul 1 month later. Or is it even, it's over 1 month later. Anyway, so the books that I showed you the last time, was it the last time? Yes, well, oh, sorry. Well, there you go. You're also getting to see Bandit again. He's still just as rambunctious as he has always been. So the last one was books that I actually bought. This one, I think I may have mentioned anyway, that both Mark Nash and Bob the Bookerer very kindly gave me lots of other books. So some of these were given to me like just to keep, and others were lent to me so I can read them and return them whenever. Yeah, so I thought I would tell you what I got. So I'm going to start with Bob's. Actually, yeah, the first two I felt like really lucky to get because when I was in the shops with Mark Nash, I had actually had my eyes on them but decided against them because I'd already bought so many books, and then got back and saw that he had them and he'd read them, and he gave them to me, which was really kind. So the first one of those is Happy Stories Mostly by Norman Erickson Pasaribu, I don't know, translated by Tiffany, Tsao. It's short stories, which I don't read too often, but this one kind of attracted me. I do apologize for the background noise. The other cat, Aladdin, has just found the bottle cap that I just dropped before, and this is one of his favorite toys there. I'm sorry. What am I saying? I can't talk about this at all. I had read the blurb and thought it was interesting, and I'm assuming I saw it on some prize list when which is why I was interested in it, but I really cannot remember. So I guess we can read a blurb, shall we? I don't know. Playful, shape-shifting and emotionally charged, Happy Stories Mostly is a collection of 12 stories that queer the norm. Inspired by Simone Weil's concept of decreation and often drawing on Batak and Christian cultural elements, these tales put queer characters in situations and plots conventionally filled by hetero characters. The stories talk to each other, echo phrases and themes, and even shards of stories within other stories, passing between airports, stacks of men's lifestyle magazines, and memories of Toy Story 3, such that each one almost feels like a puzzle piece of a larger whole, but with crucial facts. The saddest ones, the happiest ones, omitted, forgotten, unbearable. Sorry, what? Oh, crucial facts, omitted, forgotten, unbearable. Okay. A blend of science fiction, absurdism, and alternative historical realism, Happy Stories Mostly is a powerful puff of fresh air. I don't know, I don't think puff works with fresh air so well, does it? I don't know. Puff? I would think of an exhaust pipe or smoking. Anyway, who cares? It sounds intriguing. It sounds like it could go either way, which is probably the reason why I didn't want to commit to paying for it. But anyway, very glad to have been given it. The other one of those that I held off on buying was Isabel Waidner's We Are Made of Diamond Stuff. I think I saw the other one first because it was on some prize recently. So her latest one, what is that called? Sterling Carat Gold, I think. Was it on the Republic of Consciousness Prize? I don't know. We'll see. This was also on the short list of the Republic of Consciousness Prize. Okay, fine. I've no clue what to make of this other than I just wanted to see what it's all about. What does it say anyway? Polar bears emerge from t-shirts. Reeboks come to life. Nothing is normal in the house of Mother Normal. In their second novel, Isabel Waidner blends critical writing and fiction with anarchic joy. We follow Shay, a character who looks like 11 from Stranger Things, but is 36 years old and who works for minimum wage in a rundown hotel on the Isle of Wight. This is fiction that extends the avant-garde tradition beyond the upper class experience that it usually chronicles, making it over as an ally of working class queer experience. Set against a backdrop of austerity and decline, We Are Made of Diamond Stuff is an irreverent, boundary-erasing piece of work, celebrating the radical potential of resistance, ingenuity, and friendship. I don't know, it sounds interesting. Does it not? And I like that it said the House of Mother Normal. I was like, this must be a reference to B.S. Johnson, right? To these cats. They really want to make their presence known. And I was like, oh, am I like just seeing this? Is that like an expression, like a phrase that I don't know? And I think I looked somewhere in here and it does actually say, yes, because it has a list of referenced material in the back. It has, it does say B.S. Johnson, something. I don't know where it is though. Where is it? There we go. House Mother Normal. Ooh, there's also Dennis Cooper being. Why am I thinking of Dennis Cooper now? Probably because I saw one of his works in the in Gaze the Word as well, and thinking, sorry, I need to rescue my cat. The interrupted book hauls seem to be continuing. Oh well, what time is it? Right. And the third book that Bob gave me is Night as It Falls by Jakuta, Alikavazovic. Shit, I really should have looked this up. Alikavazovic. I feel like this comes as close as I can get. Translated from the French by Jeffrey Zuckerman. Again, no memory. No, I do remember now. I think in this case it was Mark Nash was talking about it at some point and seemed to be really enjoying it at the time, which is why I remembered the name. And then when I saw it, I was like, hey, are you getting rid of this? Because Bob is just like the most generous person ever with the books he's read, it seems. I don't know if this will even be usable with all this background noise. Better? I don't know. Okay, so that's the three that Bob gave me. I feel like I've forgotten one. Yes, I have, because I've put it elsewhere with some other books that I already read. It was The Membranes by Ta-wei. I can't remember who translated it. Larissa Heinrich? I feel like I'm missing one of her names. Something like that. Larissa Heinrich? That Taiwanese queer Cli-Fi novel from the 90s that was translated last year. Anyway, that one he also gave me. I knew there were four. Cool. Then on to Mark Nash's stuff. So 2 books he lent me, I guess because he thought they were really good and I wanted to keep them. Makes sense. One is Charlene Elsby's Musos, which was very recently published, and somehow it was published in a limited edition. I mean, not limited, like limited release for a very, very short period of time. And only very briefly after it was published, I found out about this book. And then it was already unavailable. I don't quite understand how that works and why. But anyway, it's a tiny little thing. I probably am not in the right mood to read it at the moment because judging from the last one I read by her, Cycross, which was, you know, kind of dark-ish. It wasn't, I don't know, it was a bit twisted, let's put it that way. I'm not sure if I can get on with that right now, but I am very much looking forward to reading it when I'm in the right state of mind. I think similar things can be said about the Trumpets of Jericho by Unica Zürn. I've already held this up in the video I did with Bob. Super dark, about motherhood, no, I guess more about childbirth, by a woman with a lot of mental health issues. I don't think I can read this right now. Funnily enough, so he lent this to me because I couldn't find the German, the original German anywhere. And then recently I bought a second-hand book by Unica Zürn, which has like some anagram poetry that she's like made lots of, and a few other collected texts. And to my surprise, in the middle of that, there is also this text. It was just not mentioned anywhere in the book description, so I couldn't have known. But anyway, I might just have a look at the translated version for the fun of it, because I wouldn't mind seeing how that translates. Oh god, I'm like talking so much bullshit. Anyway, then he gave me two other books. One is by Nicola Barker, I Am Sovereign. I have not read Nicola Barker, but I have wanted to read something by her probably since I first found BookTube. So like quite a few years ago anyway, like way before I had my own channel as well. Like maybe, was it 2018? I don't know. I just somehow never ended up buying any of her books, even though I've been intrigued by the sort of, you know, experimental tendency or whatever. And while obviously him giving me this, meaning he doesn't want to keep it, is not necessarily a good and great endorsement, I was still happy to give it a try. I'm going to stop with the blurb reading because that's boring. Everybody can look those up anyway. And then as a very last thing, he gave me a surprise book that I think he said he'd gotten like 2 copies accidentally, and it's still in its packaging and everything, and I kept it like that just so I can, for the purposes of making a video. How ridiculous is that? I'm just gonna consider this a late birthday present. In fairness, he gave it to me before my birthday. I'm just late opening it. So what is it? What is it? Ooh, cool. That's really cool. That's Kai Miller. Kai Miller. The Cartographer tries to map a way to Zion. I do remember him talking about this, which it's a poetry collection, and I remember Mark talking very favorably of this and Kai Miller put in general. So that's really cool. Plus, I don't read enough poetry, so yes. Thank you very much, Mark. That's really cool. Yeah, this is way too long. I hope I can cut it down to a reasonable time for, you know, considering I was just showing you books and not really saying anything about them. And I hope to, at some point, be able to make videos with slightly more value to them. Thanks very much for watching, if you have. Let me know if you've read any of these and which one maybe I should prioritize in your opinion. That would be cool.